Hi, Marilyn.
I,
So how long was this production in all? And how much of it was spent running and being in terror?
it seemed like an awfully long time. I'd say we shot for about 2 months, and then we were always doing little extra shots. Like Toby says, "Hey Marilyn, I need you to come over and we're going to shoot some footage of your eyes." I
They're
thought
blue, I think.
we were wrapping. I think they're blue-green, so it depends on what I'm wearing. But that evening, I remember for like 3 or 4 hours, I sat with the camera here as he watched my mascara and other things accumulate in my eye. Didn't bother saying, "Hey Marilyn, you might want to go get a tissue or something to make your eyes look a little better. Otherwise, you're gonna have this weird things crawling around in your eye while the camera's this close." Of course, he didn't. That's why it's so attractive. And the longer I had to hold my eyes open and not blink, they got more bloodshot, more bloodshot. So I guess it was perfectly horror for the horrible, horrible horror film. And it did work.
And the chase scene in the dark, there's only one way you can really, I mean, she's either got to get away or she's got to get caught, but it would play out pretty much like that if a dude was chasing you with a chainsaw. You'd run wherever you could find safety, and then you'd jump through a window, and you'd start running again and scream your ass off.
Well, we were running, except we didn't have very much track to lay down for the camera. So I'd run a little bit, then we'd pick up the track, lay it down again. Okay, let's run a little bit more. Okay, let's build the track again. And, you know, it was kind of like that. We were very extremely low budget. So we did all our things in a low budget way, which is maybe why the film was so successful, because it shows that pain and that tedious hours on the set when we're waiting for something to be built or something to be found or something, way to do something. So it might have just helped the film along with the heat in Texas at that time.
But wasn't, even though it was a low budget movie, about $100,000, if that, but didn't it run out of money at one point? They had to go back and, before it was edited or something?
I think it ran out of money several times in it. I wish we had $100,000. And I do think there were some quick changes at the end to get the editing finished and to lay the music track. And somehow it finally got made and actually went into the theaters. I remember the most concerned thought I had was I was going to be left on the cutting room floor. So the first time I saw the movie, I was thinking, oh good, I'm still there. I'm still there. Hey, I think I'm really in this one. And then I felt good, and so I could watch the next time the movie as a viewer, because I had so many little parts where I was cut, and then I dreamt every night before it was finally released that I was going to be cut. So I was so happy to see me up there, and then the next time I could appreciate the film and go, oh my goodness, wow. I'll tell you one thing that's strange is no matter how many times I've seen it, and I have seen it a few times in the last few years, but when I'm pushing Franklin through the woods and it's so quiet and we just have, there's a house there, and then all of a sudden there's that chainsaw, I jump still. I mean, it scares me because the noise is so, maddening.
We'll take some questions here in a second, so think of something, because we'll give you a chance to ask. I'm wearing a Psycho shirt, and of course, Janet Leigh claimed famously that she could never take a shower again after making that movie. I imagine it had some kind of, at least short-term, psychological effect.
Well, I made sure I wasn't ever near a chainsaw again. I tell you this, there are times where I've only looked back, I think, through a few years ago, I was doing a show and I thought, my heavens above, what an idiot. Was I really out in the woods with a bunch of kids and were chasing me with a chainsaw? What was I thinking? One time Gunner tripped and the chainsaw went up in the air and we all waited for it to come down. And there wasn't anything we could do about it. And also we did remove the blade from the chainsaw, but there's still this rubber thing that goes around and around and it will hurt you. And the weight of the chainsaw, and it was I think I was very brave just to be in this stupid movie, you know, if you think about it. But I wasn't thinking then, so I was just stupid. I mean, anybody else would have said, "Are you kidding?"
Can I ask how old you were at the time of the production?
I was 12.
Fair enough. All right, who's got a question for Marilyn? Yes, sir.
I was wondering, how was the food during the shoot? Was the barbecue any good?
No, sir. It was pretty untasty, and I don't think I ate much on that. Between the barbecue hanging up, the sausage that was in Franklin's mouth that was uncooked, the head cheese on the table, the half-stuffed chicken. When we tried taxidermy, let's be cheap about it, I'll be a taxidermist. Well, no. Everything we did just really added to the smells and scent of the room. And if I didn't eat during the dinner scene, I was just out throwing up between takes. It was like 120 in the room, maybe higher. And after 26 hours, the blend of all those smells, including Gunner in his costume, he only had one. And you can't change it for continuity purposes. There were so many delightful smells, sights, and everything in that blackened curtain room that, I don't think I was the only person that wasn't enjoying dinner.
All the way in the back there was a question.
Hey,
Yes.
when you ran into the door when Leatherface was chasing you and you ran to that store, what was way in the back that was hanging up cooking? Were those like body parts anywhere in there, or was it just like sausage and things?
That was just simply that good old Texas sausage and things that everybody loves to stop at the gas station and eat. That's always something tasty that I always look forward to when I'm traveling through Texas. Oh man, maybe they have barbecue. Let's stop at the Exxon.
Yep, chick flicks, or I guess no chick flicks.
So I know this chainsaw house was turned into a restaurant, and a lot of the cast members have been there. Have you eaten there? And if so,
Yes,
who
when
did
they
you-
had a little dinner in our honor, they showed the film outside. And the restaurant was excellent. It was really good. They moved the whole house from Round Rock to another little small town in Texas. And it's a quaint little place, and they really made, I forgot the